What's up, y'all? It's Rusty, River Rat Catfishing. Today we're going to be working on my Dynasty 2.0. We're going to be installing the new power pole pivot trolling motor. As we're walking you through the installation on the new trolling motor, I'm going to be talking about what you're going to need to look at, what you're going to need to possibly buy, and how much more money you're going to get into, the good, bad, and the ugly with this thing. And then tomorrow I'm going to be using it for a tournament. And then I'll give a quick update as soon as the tournament's over. As you see here, this is the new 60-inch power pole move PV or pivot trolling motor. When you open it up and unbox it, you're going to see a banner at the top, which I've already removed and taken off. Everything else is here. This here is your installation guide. Right here is your mounting template. You're going to need that here in a little bit. And as you see right here, you have both your remotes. Let's go ahead and get them out the way. Oh, got a heavy box right there. Let's check that out. Okay, let's see what's in this box. Ooh. What we got here? We have the Sea Monster pairing magnet. Very important. We have your wireless charging bracket for the wireless remotes. And this looks like, yep, that's exactly what it is. This is your quick release bracket. This is the ends, the bottom piece, and the top metal centerpiece, the locking mechanism, and looks like the bolts. You've got the nut for the trolling motor prop, and this is your fuse and everything for your charger. As we go back over here, you'll see we've got the trolling motor itself. And we've got our propeller. As you'll see up here on the front of the boat, we have the mounting template. And if you want to get an idea how this thing's going to mount, you're going to look at that red line, run it to the front edge of that boat there. And you're going to see we have an issue here. These right here are your bracket holes. They're not going to work. So guess what we're going to need? This right here is called a pulpit. Tackle Warehouse is where I got this one from. You can call Power Pole and order stuff like this from them. But a handful of places do have these available. This is an additional $200 on top of the already $5,400 plus tax trolling motor for the 60-inch pivot. But what this does, as you'll see here, this line right here allows us to move to the edge, and then these holes can come up further. See how them holes come all the way out? These are the same holes. That allows you to go forward a little bit if you need the extra space. So what you could do here is now you could run 1, 2, 3. You could even run more. You can put them bolts out here, you can put them here. But overall, it allows you to extend this out. This is called a pulpit. If you'll see here, the power pole does come with a quick release bracket already set up on the trolling motor. This is the only trolling motor for sale right now that comes with a quick release bracket already with it, and it is only available for the pivot. The ZR does not have the quick release mount. One more thing, this pulpit can be bought in a short and a long version. This is the short one. The short one is all I need. The long one, I think, is another 6, 8 inches, 10 inches longer, whatever. But it does give you a little bit more confidence if you need to get a few more bolts in it, extend it a little bit further back, or whatever the case is. But this boat will handle it. Along with your pulpit, you're going to be receiving an extra set of hardware. This hardware does include some rubber bushings. That way you can give it a little bit of vibration resistance to your mounting hardware here. However, I want mine to be rock solid. I don't want any play whatsoever. And what you're seeing on top of here is your quick release brackets. This is pretty much how the whole thing comes together, just like so. And you see it's only 4 bolts. And yes, I do not have this mounted yet. There we go. So, it's going to be 4 bolts holding your trolling motor down with this quick release bracket. Onto the pulpit, and then you have all the bolts holding this part of your quick release to the main part of the bracket, or to the main part of the trolling motor. On to the next part. Okay, next step we're going to take is we're going to get it up here and figure out exactly where we're going to install it, and make sure we have it square with how we want to put it down. Next step, put your plug on, make sure your power cable is going to reach, and again, check about 10 different times, measure at least once, and get ready to mount, which she's not straight anymore. So anyway, just get ready to mount her, and then I'll let you know when we're on the next step, drilling the holes. Okay, now that we got that squared on where we want it, we're now getting it lined up. Again, measuring again. And if you look here, our line goes past the edge of the boat. It's okay to go past it, but do not go behind it. What it is this here will come down and actually hit the boat, and it will not be able to deploy correctly. So in order for this to deploy correctly, you need the edge of the boat to be on this side of this line, or this line to be on the outside. Either way, drill you a couple holes in there. Them blue holes right here are the quick release mount bolts, and that's what we're going off of. If you look under here, quick release mount, we are on the outside of it. Time to drill some holes. Okay, so I ended up stopping recording. It was a late night. I had to get up early in the morning for a tournament, but the trolling motor is installed, and let me go over what we did. I wish I would have had everything recorded. I just didn't have the hands or the time for it. But here we go. So I am missing one hole. I do have a hole here. It's a pain in the butt to get to that. I'm going to get to that one later, but I have 5 of them, and that's not going anywhere. Anyway, so once this pulpit is mounted, you put your 4 bolts then that are supplied, and you mount this quick release mount that goes inside of here. It goes inside of this on the trolling motor, and then see if I can roll this back over. There we go. It goes inside of there. Just like other quick release mounts, once that is placed on there, let's see if we can do this. Once it's placed on there, you then jam that in. It's still new, so it's tight. Once that's in all the way, you then put your lock on it. Your lock goes right there, or a pin, whatever you want to do. All right, and now let's go to the console. Now on the console, you see here, I already have it installed. Unfortunately, you didn't see it. There's a base that comes for this display screen. This display screen is a secondary unit, which the ZR comes with, the PV does not, and I'll show you why here in a second. This is an additional display. This is a wireless charger for the remote. Remember, you get 2 remotes with this unit. You put it in and it starts charging immediately. The red light goes to orange, and then once it's charged it goes to green. This one is charged because it was already on the charger. It's just the different status lights. Red is dead, the amber is charging, and green is charged. So yeah, as a tight fit, it's not going to come out. Now for this, there's a cord here at the bottom. All you need to do is drill your hole. I used a 1/4 inch bit. Once that 1/4 inch bit is in, or you drill the hole, you put the power cord in there, and then you come up with 2 self tappers or the supply screws. I used short self tappers, lined it up, had it where I wanted it, and then put the self taps in. Simple. Same thing with this. This came with 2 little screws. I use self tappers. I find they hold better, and I like working with them better on aluminum because I'm using aluminum. Fiberglass, you will be drilling them and putting them in totally different. But you put the base in. Once you put the base in, get it lined up how you want it. There is a slot for where the wire is going to go. Just figure out where the wire is going on it, drill your hole, pop it in. Once it's in, it's in. Now, I already have this connected with that pivot, but what I'm about to do now is show you, if you got this, bought this separate display, how to connect it with the pivot. Now, when you first supply this with power, let me do that again because I should have been thinking. When you first supply this with power, once you put that in, give it a second, and you'll see the lights. They're going to flash for a little bit, and then once you hear that noise, it's done. Now, this is why I like this unit. Kick that up, and I barely kicked it up. It came almost all the way up. You kick it up harder. You ain't got to stomp on it hard, but it comes up. Now that's locked in. Ooh. I forgot she does that. She goes straight up heading as soon as she goes down. Yeah, I gotta remember that. Okay, so come over here, you plug her in, and you wait until she comes on, doing her little self-test or whatever. Once you hear that beep, you know she's ready. Then you kick her up. For me, I need to watch it because, all right, once it's locked in, okay, once it's locked in, we are gold. So pay attention to that screen right there. That is the display that comes on the Power Pivot Move. Okay, so we have a display screen up there, and we got the display screen right here. As you see, it is on. What you're going to need is you're going to need your remote here, and you're going to need the Sea Monster pairing magnet. And let me show you why. So, the pairing magnet. Swing that ahead, you see it will flash. Come up to here. And you see, we are connected. It's simple as that. Very simple. So another thing to note, we got power on here. We got power on here. So I want you to see something here. Goes down just like that. Hold the power. it shuts this one off as well. So it acts as a controller both ways. Okay, in the end, I wasn't able to show everything I did. I apologize for that. I really wanted to. Got a little stressful. Friday night, I worked on this thing till 1 in the morning, trying to get everything done. I had to wire up the trolling motor batteries, get them squared away, install them. The wiring trailer, the trolling motor wiring was already there. It just the 36-volt wiring to connect them, I had to get that separate, set that up, and then I had to pull the seats out, get underneath the console, wire up these two, the display and the wireless charger, and it just took a lot longer than I wanted to, and I was not able to get everything taken care of. However, it is installed. Next time I go on the water, I will make sure that I'll shoot multiple videos on how the catfish industry is going to be able to utilize this trolling motor, what the good and bad ugly is. I've already used it once. I'm going to go back out there, do it again, calibrate it again, go through the whole process, and take you along with me. It won't be under a tournament. It'll be just for fun. And I'm telling you, this boat is fun. That trolling motor is going to make it even more fun. So thank you for watching. Thank you, Nick Snacks, for the bait tray, MulTBars, precision fishing equipment, and anybody else that has helped me along the way finding all the accessories I need for this. But the big thank you for PowerPole. They're great customer service. They've been great to work with so far. I've talked to a couple people over there, and I'm absolutely going to get their charge as well as their PowerPole blades in the future. As long, you know, as when this boat comes along, I'll be adding more things. So thanks for watching. Have a great night.